And this is the Eurasian eagle owl, the largest owl in the world.
So beautiful. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Your Life A to Z. We are very excited. We have a great show planned for you today. First, I'm with animal expert Peter Gros. It is so nice to see you. A lot of people might know you, of course, from your wonderful show. Been around a long time. Not you, but the show, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I know my kids love it, and you're going to show some great animals today.
Yes, I am. Looking forward to it. This is one of those amazing animals that we're going to be talking about today.
I don't think I've ever been so close to an owl before. It's a little intimidating.
Well, the nice thing about this owl, it has been hand-raised, it's imprinted, it associates people with food and affection, is very comfortable in this sort of people environment.
He looks at you and it's like, wow, he's amazing. All right, we're going to talk more about this beautiful guy in just a minute, but I'm going to head back into the other studio where, as I mentioned earlier, he can be seen on Animal Planet. Of course, he's traveled all around the globe to teach others about taking care of the world around us. Now, Wild Kingdom Ambassador and animal expert Peter Gros is here with us. It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining us. This is exciting. You're going to be in town in February, but we want to talk about what you brought today, because this is going to be neat for people to come see you in person, because you've taught people around the world about wonderful animals like this guy here.
I have, and this is the best part of my job.
Wow.
And we will be there February 19th at the Chandler Center for Arts next year. This is one of the birds. There'll be roughly 15 there, as well as clips and bloopers and fun, exciting things for children and families to see. But as we visit schools and seniors' homes and science centers and hospitals around the United States, we're showing people these hand-raised animals to make the connection with the natural world, maybe get rid of some of the fear and the stories about wild animals, appreciate all the good they do for us. Imagine this one owl conservatively eating 3 or 4 mice a day. Those are animals that carry diseases that make humans very sick.
Sure. So he has his job, and we need that. Everybody has their purpose. Yeah.
And we never like to talk about the gloom and doom. It seems to me we've done such a good job teaching young people about the problems we have. But as I travel around the world, I'm noticing pockets of rainforest coming back and birds coming off the endangered species list and wolves coming back. Rivers being cleaned up, beaches being cleaned. There's so much good news. I think it's time we create a little bit of hope.
Exactly, because that's all you ever hear. You see a lot of the stories. It's like we're losing this, and you're here to say, you know what, we're doing a better job at bringing it back.
We're learning from our mistakes. We're doing a better job, and this is just one of the animals that our birds of prey and our owls are doing very well.
Was he endangered at any time?
No, this owl was not an endangered species. When we used DDT in this country back in the 40s, that really threatened our birds of prey. The peregrine falcon, the bald eagle were both endangered. They're now off the endangered species list. So we're doing
he
good
looks
things.
at you and he looks right through you. We saw him kind of turn his head all the way around, almost in a 360 there. Did you see when he turned his head?
He's the perfect silent flyer.
Wow.
When he moves his wings, there's no noise at all. Because he little flutes on the feathers. So he arrives at night, he listens to a rustle of leaves, and there'll be a snake or even a skunk. Wow. They have a very poor sense of smell. So they're one of the few animals that will eat a skunk.
How did you get him to do that?
Okay, I just offset his center of gravity a little bit, and he spread his wings.
Wow.
So let's see what else we have over here.
Oh, he is so gorgeous. His eyes are amazing. Largest one in the world, right,
That's right,
Peter?
the Eurasian eagle owl.
He is gorgeous.
And
now look what we have.
We'll go from
as Lisa backs up a little bit.
Scale.
Do you want me to hold him? You got his head nice and tight there?
I've got his head.
You promise?
Very gently. That makes him more comfortable.
Okay.
And there's so many stories about snakes chasing
This, I have to
people.
admit, Peter, this kind of spooks me a little bit, snakes.
They do. They have no real human expression. They're cold-blooded, but he's not slimy and cold.
No, he's not at all, actually.
He's room temperature. And there's so many stories about snakes chasing people. And obviously, you are around an area that has venomous snakes.
Yes.
What I like people to understand, there's 2 things that go through a snake's head. If it's smaller than me and it's got fur or feathers, maybe I can eat it. If it's bigger than me, I better get out of its way.
Oh, so it's not going to eat me, okay.
So as long as we watch where we walk and don't try to pick snakes up, we're going to be fine.
And you know, here's a dumb question. Like, does it soothe them if you hold them a certain way or like rub their belly? I'm afraid I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You're doing fine. What he likes is the warmth of your hands right now, because it's a little cool in here.
Yeah.
And he's gripping. The only other feel might be that he would fall. Now, one of the animals that will be at the Chandler Center next year on February 19th is a 14-foot Burmese python that has been hand-raised since it's a baby.
Wow.
Like all the animals that will be there. And we will have 15 volunteers come up and help us and experience what it's like to meet one of these animals and realize they're not aggressive animals out there looking for people to eat.
Kids would love this. What's kind of the neatest thing you find when you talk to the children? Because I know we were talking earlier, my son has really been into your show. Do you find that that age group, certain ages, 10, 11, 12, they're really fascinated?
They're completely fascinated with wildlife. They're learning more and more about it. They're interested in outdoor activities. They tend to connect more with wildlife, and it is so important now with video games and shopping malls that we sort of have a outdoor activity wildlife deficit disorder is what I think is happening to young people.
It's true.
So the more we connect them to the natural world and wildlife and camping and eliminate fears, the more they're going to, one, spend time out learning about wildlife.
Yeah, because the more educated you are, obviously, about any wild animal, when you happen to come upon it, you'll know a little bit more what to do, and you don't freak out and do the wrong thing.
Exactly.
And that's what you're there to teach. He is beautiful. I'm surprised, too. He wasn't slimy at all.
It's interesting to see the transition. When I started doing these programs years ago, I'd ask for a show of hands in the audience who'd like to come and meet them, and there'd be a spattering of 5%. Now, over half the kids in the audience can't wait to come up and meet the animals close, eyeball to eyeball like this, and realize what they're like.
I have to give you credit. It's your shows that I know kids are captivated by. They will watch it for hours, and I'd much rather have my child watching a show like yours where they're learning about their environment. Oh, you did bring them out after all.
We have to make
They're learning
this
about, one more little guy before we leave you here, and I will back off. See, that spooks me out still.
You're fine. And most people are afraid of spiders because they're strange looking, and there are all these movies about arachnophobia. And what we like young people to learn about these is that they're insectivores. They're out there eating insects. You don't have to kill them.
They don't sting you?
They do sting, actually.
Okay.
Almost all spiders have some venom. It's the little ones like the brown recluse or the black widow that are problems. These are more like a bee sting.
Yeah,
So
I'll take your word for it. I'm going to stay over here, Peter, if you don't mind.
You're leaning way there.
Trust you on that. I don't need that guy to fall off your arm at all. Thank you very much for bringing these guys on.
Oh, you're welcome.
Keep them over there. You're not going to cure my fear. It's going to take a few more minutes.
Okay. We'll just let him sit there.
All right.
Unless you'd like to have him
No,
sit right there.
that's okay. Now listen, I know everybody would love to come see your show, because especially if you have kids, and I know it's family friendly. It's going to be out in Chandler, February 19th, 3 o'clock. You can get tickets for it, obviously family friendly. Your chance to hold that long snake if you're chosen to be part of that. And you know, I did it. And I don't hold snakes normally, and it was actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
This guy, though, might wait. Thank you so much.
They should do it right now. ChandlerCenter.org, but we don't want the tickets to all sell out. So
okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't forget, go to our website, azfamily.com/yourlife. Dial our hotline, and we'll show you how to get the information for this amazing show. You'll have a great time. Thanks again.